Okay, let's look at our first scenario here. First of all, we've got our radio inside, so it's not mortared. Second of all, we've got our hab close to our radio, because there's no point in having it far away, as we'll use a rally in another location around to spawn back if the hab and radio go down. Next, as you can see on these white helmets, these are our infantrymen. They are nicely spread out, so we know the direction the enemy is coming from. The most important thing about defense is knowing where the enemy is coming from, because as long as they've got their hab up or rally point, they will eventually break through your defense. Okay, so now an enemy force has been heard / spotted. So this player here has just called out that he's heard a Logi pull up on this location, which you're going to assume means there's a hab and or rally. He's on his own, and there are going to be a maximum of 9 players, as it's a one squad versus one squad in this situation. So what you're going to want to do is get some of your players to start going round the fob, send a couple of players to reinforce this front to hold them back, and continue sending more players around the sides. The aim is to stop them from getting to the point while these players take out their hab and the players at the front put pressure to distract them. You can't let them keep their hab up, because eventually they will break through and take down your hab. Okay, so now hopefully you have control of the hab, and this part of your squad down here is digging it down. You've got to make sure that we push players back into their positions, so just whoever's closest, basically. Push them back up into their positions, and once these guys have got rid of the radio, then move them back into their original positions as well. And you have successfully defended your point and are ready for another attack. Okay, so in this scenario, we've got 2 squads defending now, which is pretty average for a normal game. Got a squad on the north here, and your squad on the south. Now the squad on the north has just spotted the enemies putting up a fob up here. They're going to start attacking the fob in the same way as you did in the last scenario. Now, unless they explicitly ask for help and they're getting pushed back, you're going to stay on your area, potentially even push your guys out a bit more to cover gaps that they've left in their assault on the enemy fob. This is because now you hear a light vehicle pull up on the south, just like this, and you're going to begin defending from the south. In this case, as it's a real game, you may want to pull almost everyone down this direction and leave 1 or 2 people watching the sides that you're not watching. As soon as you've established that it is a rally, you know that it's not going to be as difficult to take down, and all you really have to do is distract and push one guy in. It doesn't matter if he dies, he just needs to burn that rally, and then you'll slowly whittle them down and push them back. Now, let's say this squad up here has failed their attack and have been pushed back to a front line, and they've asked for your help. Instead of just pushing straight in and helping them like this, you're going to probably, the best idea is going to move your entire squad together, and I'll just symbolize it with this one soldier. Push round the edge and come into the back or side of the enemy hab. And because they're fighting an entire squad here, this shouldn't be too difficult for a full squad to take the enemy hab down. And then, obviously, back to your positions. And you get the idea. I'm not going to move every single piece back. Okay, and one last thing is the use of rallies. So, as you can see, the fob is on the point, protected from mortars. This is just an anchor, your team spawn. Now, say you get an enemy attack from the south here, and you placed your rally on the south. It's going to burn your rally. Then, your squad lead, he's not a frontline infantryman. He's going to want to push back and place a new rally up here. Whereas, shown by this infantryman, if you're pushed from this direction and your rally's down here, it's fine. Your squad lead doesn't need to move it. It's perfectly fine. Now, if all your infantrymen are pushed back and you are getting stuck, the hab is overrun and you are all dying, what you're generally going to want to do is let everyone fight it out, and then you're going to want to mass spawn on the rally. So everyone gives up at once and the full squad spawns on the rally and pushes back to retake the hab. Depending on the situation, you want to dig the hab down, but in this situation, it's on the point. The enemy are already going to come here, they know where it's going to be, so it doesn't matter. You want to push them off, potentially call reinforcements from another squad, and then push round and work out where the enemy hab is, and take that out.